Hey lovelies, thanks for stopping by my channel today. If you love duochromes, multichromes, liquid shadows, anything magical, colorful eye makeup, stick around because today we are going to be working with the Danessa Myricks Twin Flames liquid shadows. I have 3 of them. I wanted all of them, but I held off and just got 3 of them because I believe that they retail for $29 a piece. We are going to be swatching these. They're actually already swatched. I have swatched them. We are going to be trying them on the eyes and seeing what we think. Duochromes, multichromes, they're all the rage right now. I am always on the hunt for the best ones. I have several like liquid versions, so I can give you guys a little swatch. We probably won't have anything in the same color range because I purposely didn't buy anything in colors that I already have, because what is the point of doing that, right? Like, I mean, maybe to show you, oh, this one matches this one, but honestly right now I'm trying to not get doubles of everything. So I was really trying hard, half in a panic, trying to make sure that they didn't sell out, but also like trying to be like, okay, which ones do you have? What is different? What don't you have? What will you actually use? That is where I've been trying to be. But that's really where I'm trying to focus. Like, what are you actually going to use? So I'm very excited to share with you the 3 shades that I got. Like I said, we'll be using them, playing with them, and I can't wait. Now, if we haven't met, my name is Kelly, and I'm a professional hair and makeup artist, and here on YouTube, I strive to keep beauty real. Real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to subscribe. There's lots of videos coming down the pipeline. I've been filming since God knows when this morning, so there's definitely a few on the way. We're gonna go ahead and get right into this and talk about these beautiful shadows. All right, so let's talk a little bit about these. These are the Danessa Myricks Beauty Twin Flames Multichrome Pigments. So that is the official name. I keep calling them liquid shadows, but it says that they are pigments. Now, these are $26, not $29. And what the website says, I'm actually looking at the Beautylish site, it says that they have buildable, crease-proof, all-day wear. Experience the otherworldly soul connection when 2 colors come together to create the perfect multi-dimensional look in just one swipe. So here I will show you the 3 shades that we got. Again, like I said, I was trying to get shades that I don't have in my collection, something that is a little bit different. The first of the 3 that I picked out is Soulmate. And you guys, 2 of the 3 of these, I actually had to double check. I thought that there was either a misprint on the package and I got sent the wrong one or something happened, because they look really different in the package. So the packaging is a little bit reminiscent of the boxes that come on the Color Fix tubes. And this is my first foray into Danessa Myricks. I just recently got these. I loved these so much that when I saw that these Twin Flames were coming out, I was like, yeah, totally. I think Danessa is an amazing makeup artist, and I truly feel like makeup artists make great products. At least that's always my hope, because they are using these products on different ages, different skin types, looking for a different range of finishes. And so my hope is always that they're going to be held to a little bit higher standard than your average, I guess I would say, consumer based line. Not that these aren't made for your average consumer, because they are, but I just feel like there's a little bit more of an elevated bar there. And I really love supporting, I personally think that this is an indie brand. What qualifies as an indie brand? Is it just that it's not somebody who's sold in a huge retailer? Because obviously Beautylish sells this, and Beautylish is a big retailer in my opinion, but I consider brands like Wayne Goss to be independent. Can someone tell me the answer to that? I'm not really quite sure, but I love supporting people that are amazing. That's all there is to it. So here we are with these Twin Flames. Anyway, back to Soulmate. Wow, I am really rambling. So Soulmate is listed as an opal green and bronze with a duochrome finish. So here is this shade. This is Soulmate. So you guys can see it does definitely have that opal, and then that shift of green, and it has that little bit of I don't know, just a fun little undertone. I love this one. This is definitely a color that I will use. Yeah, super pumped about this one. We will definitely be using this one today. Then we also have Forever. So Forever, I jumped back and forth on a few of these, but Forever is listed as a copper and honey gold with a duochrome finish. You guys know I love me a good warm eyeshadow, and this one is going to be awesome. I could see, again, just blowing a little bit of bronzer into the crease and slapping this on the lid. That would be a really beautiful, understated yet still magical look, but you could totally make this a vampy, fiery, smoky eye. if that makes sense. So loving this one, at least loving it so far. So this last one, honestly, I sort of broke out of my box a little bit. Sorry, I'm like on the Beautylish website, like trying to make sure that I'm giving you guys the correct undertone. So I got Amour, which is listed as a soft lavender and periwinkle with a duochrome finish. And that is this one right here. So if you guys can see, it's just not quite picking it up quite true, which is obviously always the problem with the duochrome. But this has the finish that I don't wear a ton, or the colors that I don't wear a ton, but what I find is the powder shadows that I've had that look like this, they tend to look a little chalky because of that white base. And I have noticed, I've been wearing these swatches for a little bit, and I ran around because, like I said, I've been filming all morning, all day. Now it is, what the heck time is it? It's 9:30 at night. I started filming quite a bit earlier. I had some things going on in there, but it's been a long one. And so I changed my shirt because I wanted you guys to have something different to look at. And I thought maybe, oh, I'll just pretend like it's a different day, but I didn't change my hair. My bra straps are sticking out, and these aren't exactly inconspicuous. So same day, same bra, same hair. Different shirt though, you're welcome. So I think that these got rubbed on a little bit when I put on my shirt. They didn't go anywhere, but I can see like the nooks and crannies of my skin just from like separating my skin. So I will say though, you guys, check this out. So I am like literally wiping as hard as I can. Oh. And it looks like, yeah, you guys aren't gonna be able to see, but it may be, it took off a little bit of the finish. Okay, my eyeballs, I've already wiped some color off already, but you guys can see these are going to be hella waterproof. I can already tell. Wowie zowie. Okay, just for the heck of it, like I think I'm going to try to layer these two together, Amour and Soulmate, and then we will use Forever on the other eye. So I'm not going to do anything crazy. We're just going to get these on and we can see how they look. Now, since it is so late at night, I'm not going to have a crazy long time to be able to wear test these, but I can already tell you, if they have a wear time, anything like these Color Fix creams, they're going to last you a long time. And given that these swatches have been on my arm for probably a half an hour, they're not going anywhere. So I have no fear that this is going to stay put, because I'm pretty darn sure it's going to. So why don't we just jump right into these eye looks and have a little bit of fun, shall we? Okay, so first of all, I just have a light bit of concealer on my eyes. I'm not going through with a primer or anything. I don't really think that that's going to be necessary. So what I'm going to do, partially just for the sake of experimentation, but also because I think it's probably going to be the way that it works out best, is on this side, I'm going to use these two colors, and I'm going to lay down powder shadows first and then go in with these. On the other side, I'm going to go in with the liquid first and then go through with some powders so we can see how they blend out. So for my shadows that I'm going to work with, I'm going to go ahead and go through with my original Makeup Geek shadows. Partially just because I know that I love these. I love the quality of them. I have some fun colors to play with. And in all honesty, you guys, I'm going to use these. I know that you can't get these anymore, but I'm going to use them. So since the focus is here, this gives me a way to get to use some of the shadows that I love. And also, I love Marlena. Let's have like power to the women-owned brands, right? So let's get going. Okay, I'm not sure how much of that got cut off, but I just went right in with the applicator from this Soulmate shade just to see like how easy it would be to use. It's just like your flat doe foot applicator. So I wanted to see A, how easy it would be to use, and B, how easy they are to build up. So, I mean, actually this applicator is working pretty well. Now I do feel like I want to like let this sit for a second, but you guys, look at that. Now I truly do think that anytime that you're using a cream or a liquid, you're going to get a little bit more of that like very foiled effect just because of that liquid that you're starting with. So the only other time that I see something that's quite that like foiled is using like a pressed or a loose pigment and then using something like Inglot Duraline or something to really like have a mixing medium to then like go over and really basically create your own like creamy pigment or like liquid pigment, if that makes sense. So that shade is really, really pretty. I'm just kind of letting that dry. Okay, I'm gonna go over now and use this Amour on the inner part of my lid. I'm gonna lay some of this down with this applicator, but I wanna use a brush to sort of get the accuracy that I'm looking for, hopefully. So I'm just using this little, this is actually a lip brush from Luxie. Now, just like anything that has a color flip to it, whatever you put it over is going to make a difference in what you see. If you put this shade over something dark, you're going to end up seeing a little bit more of that blue flip. But if you put it over something that's like white or light, you're going to see more of the like this more like pearlescent, because over my very light skin, that's what you're seeing. But obviously between the darker color on my lid and then also just a little bit of that shadow, I'm seeing that darkness. I just wanted to see how these mix and lay together. And I thought these two colors could play well together. They had some really beautiful shades. I tell you what, if you are a person who enjoys purple eyeshadow, the like purpley fuchsia shade was very, very pretty. Actually, they were all very pretty. I think there wasn't a shade in the bunch that I was like, nope, I wouldn't want that. I am definitely going to just like rest my lid closed and kind of stretched out to make sure that I get the smoothest effect possible. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty. So in the inner corner here, I did go through and just, you know, like almost blur this out. So I'm going to get a little bit of that shimmer, but it's not going to be like quite as foiled. Anytime that you start blending something, you lose a little bit of that like wet look. Okay, you guys, I'm not sure who I'm fooling. Like, I just kept working this like fuchsia shade more and more into the hollow of my eye to try to like make it look like I'm less tired. Like I was like, oh, that's getting really like blue and dark in there. Partially probably from wiping off my last bit of makeup. Oh, now I just got glitter because I didn't wipe this brush off well enough. That's all right. Let's just go with the glitter. We're just going to add it in. What the hell? Cool. Now we're glittery. I really like these shades. I do have to say, I feel like my lid looks like it has a little bit more texture, which is to be normal. I just put a foiled shadow on my face. So that is definitely something there. I gotta put a little bit more concealer over this inner corner. I can't live with myself if I don't try to rectify this situation. Please stand by. Okay, for like a really quick late at night eye look, I like this. The whole point was to kind of see how they layer over each other, which I think that they layer beautifully. I bet you could intermix them as well to like create your own shades. I feel like Amour shows a little bit more texture, which is how I thought about it on my arm as well. And I think that that's just that white base that it has. That's just going to show more texture. This is definitely something that you're going to want to keep really thin layers of. Don't like build it up really thick, or else that's going to get really kind of like chunky and scaly. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes, put some mascara on, and then we'll move on to the other eye. And I'm just going to do this one really quick. Hopefully not get quite as in depth as we did on this eye, but I was just having fun playing with color. Hey, that is super duper fun. Like I would wear this. I would wear this look. I'm really liking it. I wish that the lids looked a little bit less textured, but that's just what happens when you get something that's this foiled. So moving on to the other side, what I'm gonna do is take the Forever shade and I'm just gonna apply this all over the lid, and then I'm gonna buff it out with a synthetic brush to see what it looks like just kind of like blurred out. Wowie. This color, you guys, okay. This color I was like on the fence about getting. Not anymore. Not anymore. These colors I used to wear all the time. Like if anything was kind of like tealy, aquamarine-y, I was all about it. I haven't really been wearing those shades a lot anymore. I don't know if it's just like it feels retro to me, and I don't want to be that person that's like still running around with like, you know, early 90s mall bangs. So I don't want to be having that vibe, but in makeup looks. Like I don't want to be like, gosh, am I still wearing teal eyeshadow? Is that out? Like, is it in? I don't know what's going on. So it just gives me that vibe from when I was, what would that have even been? I don't even know what phase of my life. But I feel like I moved on, but I might be going back because I'm loving this. But this, I don't feel like it's picking up on camera, which is a shame, especially next to this. Can you guys even see the magic that is happening here? I wonder how much closer I can zoom you guys in. So now that I actually have my table in front of me, I can't get the camera quite as close to me because you guys know I'm all about getting you all up in my business if it helps you see what's going on. So this is really, really pretty. I could see putting this as a topper over another shade as well. I'm gonna layer this up to see just on the mobile lid. I'm gonna see like how much of this color we can build. This would make a really cool eyeliner as well. And I think it has enough thickness. That was one thing that I was gonna say. It has enough thickness that you probably could use it with a liner brush, no problem. So it did get a little bit patchy just where I was trying to blend it, and that could just be the layers, you know, like attracts like. So if you put this product down over itself essentially and you go to move it, it's probably going to disturb some of that. But I just wanted to try to like buff and layer. So I would say probably if you're going to layer up, you really don't want to move this around too much. And obviously, especially once it's dry, you don't want it like to be moving around. So I'm going to let this dry a little bit so that we can see what happens when we put powders over the top. I'm excited. Okay, so while I was waiting for that to dry a little bit, I did swatch out a few of the other more like liquid / cream multichromes that I have. Now I'm going to go through and see what it's like building powder on top of this formula. Actually, it looks pretty good. That's the one thing that I feel like can sometimes happen is colors they either stick too much, the powders, or they don't stick at all. Like this, obviously, now you will be able to see a little bit of that reflect come through, so it's not going to completely cover it up. So if you get like messy, you are going to have to go in and clean some of that up. So if you get some of this up in your crease and you don't want to see any of that reflective quality, you are going to have to go through with like some Bioderma or maybe like some face cream could work to make sure that you like get that out of the way. So just one thing to be noted. All right, let's go ahead and take a deeper color. I don't really want to make this like super, super dark, but I feel like I got to take something that's dark. We're just going for it. We're going for the black. I can't remember the last time I put black eyeshadow on, but we're just going to like pop this in. Yeah, okay, so maybe if I stamp it. Yeah, I feel like you're not going to be able to layer up much powder over the top of this and have it look good, which is kind of what I anticipated. The light shade up here worked out fine, but I think if you're looking for something really deep and dark, I don't think that that's going to be a possibility. You might be able to take something, actually, let me do that. I'm going to take this metallic-y, just on the same brush, I don't really care, we're just playing at this point, but I'm going to take the shade Flamethrower. So this is one of Makeup Geek's foiled shadows. I'm going to get it wet. I'm going to lean out of frame so that I can get it wet with a little bit of Fix Plus, because I'm wondering if I go in with this on a damp brush, if that will lay down over this better. Yep. That, I mean, you're still going to see some of that foil underneath, but that's because, I mean, part of that's, I'm putting a foil over a foil, but I feel like if you want to layer these, you have to put something with a bit of a shimmer over the top. You're not going to get a truly matte look by layering. We still got some depth. It's just, you're still going to see that sheen come through, if you guys can see that. But definitely have some dimension. I'm pretty happy with that. Just so that I can feel finished, I'm just going to whack some of this color, whatever's left on here, underneath my line, underneath my lash line. And I do still have remnants of the last two eye looks I did. I just finished filming my Divina Cosmetics like swatch and eye looks. So I basically just like kind of wiped those off and then redid my face a little bit so that I could do this. So I do still have some remnants like worked up into my lash line from both of these looks, but it's all good. Okay, I just can't let the night go without a little bit of an inner corner highlight, which this is like anticlimactic compared to the shade on my lids, but that's all right. I just need something with a little bit of brightness. Boy, my inner corners are awfully dark. It's been a long one. It's been a long one. Yep, like it. I feel like we got a fire and ice situation going on here. What do you guys think? I've had a lot of fun. Like, life's been a little stressful right now, but I'm having fun playing with makeup. So thank you for coming along with me on that journey. Let's get some mascara on and we can see these swatches on my arms, kind of compare textures, and I'll give you my final thoughts. So I just whacked on a little mascara real quick just so you guys could see. In all honesty, the YouTuber in me, the person who wants to take that like flawless Instagram picture, wants to put on lashes right now so it would look just like super amazing, but I just don't have it in me. Like, it's late. I've done a lot of filming today, so I hope you guys can kind of like get the effect from this. But I mean, seriously, like, these are really pretty. I do think that, again, they make your lids look a little bit more textured, which is to be expected from something that is more of this cream finish. Now, that being said, this looks really gorgeous. I could see, in fact, I might do that really quick just because we can, but I'm gonna see if I can build a little bit more of this up because I feel like we lost a little bit of the pow through the blending process. So I'm just taking the tiniest bit because I don't want to get much more texture, or much more thickness rather. yeah, I feel like that just kind of like brought that back to life. So if you blend with shadows over the top of these, you're still going to be able to see some of that reflective quality of the liquid shadow underneath. But if you are looking for something that's more like a cut crease, this is going to work beautifully. But you would have to get that very, very matte look, you're going to have to wear almost more of a cut crease effect. Because this definitely looks shimmery up into my lid. The outer corner where I layered those shades, even before I put that foil shadow over that black, it still looked very shimmery. It was kind of cool because it was sort of like smoky black with some like embers underneath, but just know that you're not going to be able to get a true intense color over the top. I think, I don't know if Danessa makes her color fix shadows in like completely creamy yet not glossy shades, but something like this might work if you have like a cream finish shadow that you can thwack over the top of that, or like a gel liner, a black gel liner would work. You just need something that's going to have that little bit thicker texture, but just know a thicker texture is going to make you have more texture, if that makes sense. All right, let's talk about this. So here we have the 3 Danessa MYRICKS shades, which of course I rubbed to high heavens just to test these out. So what I have next to this is a JD Glow shade. This is the shade No Way. I think I've showed this one on my channel before, but I would say that this has a similar feel. Yeah, it has that slight like rubbery catch to it. This particular shade has a really dark base to it, like almost like a black smoky shade as far as the base goes. So it's a little patchy, but that just could be because of the base. So I did have to layer two thin layers to get that. Now this next one is Alexandrite from Sydney Grace. This, these ones I think are, I don't want to say thicker, but I think that they're a bit more creamy and they don't have that rubbery feel. If you guys know what I'm talking about, let me know down in the comments, but sometimes liquid shadows have a little bit of like a skirt, like a rubberiness to it, like almost like a liquid latex. So the Sydney Grace ones I don't think have that as much. And then down below that, we have the Natasha Denona shade. This is Infra Nude. So I honestly think that the one that compares most in formula is going to be the Natasha Denona ones, actually. The Natasha doesn't have that rubbery feel, but I just feel like from the look and the play of them, they're very similar formulas. So I would be curious to see. I think that these are 2.5 mils. Let's see what the Danessa MYRICKS ones are. 2.5 mils. Is that right? Let me see in a little bit bigger. Yeah, so they are the same price, or they are the same size and very similar prices. So, you know, take that for what you will. There's a lot more shades in the Danessa MYRICKS. I'm very happy with these. Like, if you are okay with having that little bit of texture on your lids, you should get some of these to play with. There's some really fun colors. I would check it out on the Beautylish site. I am very happy with the ones that I have because I was very particular about picking shades that I don't feel like I have in my collection. So I really enjoy these. I'm gonna have a lot of fun. Again, this was just like a first impressions video. I will definitely be using these again in the future, so I will give you guys an update down the road in a review roundup about the longevity of these, but given what I've got going on my arm, let's go ahead and give a little rub again. So the Sydney Grace one, which I will say maybe was layered on a little bit thicker, but the Sydney Grace one just rubbed off. The rest of them are still going pretty strong. So I do think that these all have pretty darn good staying power. So I hope this was helpful. I just wanted to hop on as quick as possible, let you guys see these in action, give you guys some comparison thoughts. That's it. That's all I've got. I hope this wasn't too crazy. I feel like I've done so much filming today that my brain is just going everywhere. But poor Jeremy is at home waiting for me to get back. He's already seen 2 looks on my eyes. He's going to get to see another 2, and they're all very colorful. So if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can see all of those other videos that I just filmed. I'm always excited to get to chat with you guys about makeup. Let me know if you're planning on picking some of these up. I will go ahead and leave the link down below to these beautiful shadows. I'm excited to get to play with them. I'm all about the colorful looks, the multi-chromes. I think that this though is like if you put this with some brown, it would be more wearable, right? Anyway, I'm starting to go down another rabbit hole. So this means it's time for me to say goodbye. I'll see you really soon.